And now, the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Oh, hey everyone. Sorry we're late. I just opened up a bag of treats and drinks and iced teas I feel like Emilio Estevez when he was eating his lunch in the Breakfast Club. He just kept pulling things out of a bag. It's the Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. I'm Big J. Oakerson. Dan Soder is off filming the finale scene where he murders Axe from Axe Capital and takes over the business. Spoiler alert. Sitting in for him today, one of my best friends in the world. You know him from the Part of the Problem podcast. You know him as my brother. You know him as 1/3 of the Legion of Skanks. Dave Smith, everybody.
Hello, thank you. It's an honor to be back here on the John Fugelsang Show.
No, Dave, you're looking at the wrong logo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Am I confused? Do I have my head up my ass?
Happy birthday, brother.
It's crazy. This is my last Bonfire broadcast before I turn 40 years old. And I am wigging out a little bit.
You're not 50? I gotta change the cake.
Shit.
All right, guys, give me 5.
I got a jam. I'm wigging a little more than I thought I would.
Oh, you're wigging way less than I thought you would.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude. I freaked out at 30. And if you recall, at 29, I had nothing.
You are a decade closer to death. And you've got nothing. We have a couple... Black Lou, you're not 40.
No.
No way. I know black don't crack, but it don't not crack that much.
I'm 32.
32 years old. Lou?
It could have been 19, could have been 60. I had no idea.
Lou, you're 53 years old. And that is why you are going to be... These are Lou's favorite days. The drink at work days. When Lou gets tossed, Lou gets loose with the drops, Dave. He starts going like he's fucking... Like he's Skrillex. Like he's...
Hey, Lou, could we pull up that video? How about you suck a dick? Whoa, Lou.
It's gotten
easy,
there.
Dog.
It's gotten there before. We've definitely hurt relationships of his with a drunk Lou on this thing.
Yeah, I gotta be careful. I'm bordering on alcoholism.
He gets in the secret time.
Well, why are you bordering around like a queer? Get in there and have some fun.
You're right.
You're not getting any younger.
Thanks, Dave. I'm not.
He's right. He's right, Lou, you know? You're not getting younger.
Right.
How old are you? You're 42? 43 years old. Did you freak out at 40?
No.
Didn't give a shit at all.
I was really hardened by life by then.
Did you freak out at 30?
Yes, actually, because I lost my hair, too. So it was a real sad time.
You know what? 30, especially like in our generation now, like in my grandfather's generation, it's like I've already been to 3 wars. You know,
yeah.
But
30 was different for sure than the 50.
My grandfather fought in World War II, and then 2 others he started himself. But so like that's like a weird. You still kind of feel like a kid at 29, but then 30, you're like, well, there's no playing around. I'm an adult. But I feel like once you're past that, you're kind of like, yeah, I'm a fucking adult. Yeah, I remember talking to Rachel Feinstein, good friend of ours, very funny comedian. And I was 29 and I was actually like, I'm freaking out a little bit to turn 30, like a week before my birthday. And she was like, everything is way better in your 30s. Everything career-wise, everything life-wise is just way better. I gotta say, she was right.
Yeah.
It's way better on this side. And for a comedian, I think actually your 40s is really the time, assuming you don't go down for sexual harassment, I think your 40s is the time where you get to fucking reap all the benefits of all the years of work.
Maybe.
You're coming into this, think about how you're coming into year 40 versus how you came into year 30.
Sure.
Think about your bank account. From then to now.
For sure. Yes, absolutely. It's a major life upgrade for sure. But yeah, you know what's funny? As we're talking about this, I'm seeing all of our crews getting sadder and sadder. He goes, by 40 though, you got it all figured out and you're reaping the benefits of all your work. Jacob's over there. I will let you down. I will make you hurt. I hurt myself today.
Oh, that one will get you if you're alone.
To see if I still... Oh, what, hurt?
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite things in the world was when we went to Panorama Fest this summer to see Nine Inch Nails. I believe Ari, Dan, and Lewis all took mushrooms, and I'm pretty sure it was just funny when they started playing that song, Nine Inch Nails, everybody just went in a different direction to go cry alone about whatever their own thing was. Everybody wanted to go be sad by themselves. It was fucking hilarious.
Hey, you're ripping off Johnny Cash.
Yeah. Stop stealing. Thief. Did you freak out at 40, Jacob?
A little bit. My last birthday really hit me hard.
Why? What was the last one?
I just felt really
It was
47.
47? That feels like
I can't even... It's hard to say out loud.
You don't carry yourself like 47.
No, I mean...
You're a young soul. You could do a kip up at 47, dude?
You've got the energy of an incredibly depressed 30-year-old.
Thanks.
Yeah, you should start lying about it, Jacob. You don't have to admit that.
Jacob, you could lie. You could definitely lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could do 38, 37, I bet.
Oh, dude, you could definitely lie. You want to come hang around me and my girlfriend just to see how it's done? I throw them out left and right.
She thinks Dave is 26 different ages. You did freak out.
I just got depressed, yeah.
I don't want to depress you again. I mean, this song's not helping. Jacob, you just go home to that empty apartment at night. I might as well just have cereal for dinners. No one to share with anyway. Should I bring out 2 spoons? Cardboard cutout of Suzanne Summers?
It's like alphabet cereal, and it just spells out 47.
I didn't know there was a hyphen in here. Oh, it's just a sideways eye.
Doubles as a hyphen.
Lou, come on, bartender Lou. Why are you not pouring these shots?
Okay.
You don't want to tie it on early?
We're not allowed to drink on the air, so we're not really drinking.
Yeah, but I'm saying, come on, for the sake of the joke, a theater of the mind.
That's what I'm saying. What song would you like?
What do you mean?
For your birthday.
Just in general? Oh, while you bartend?
Yeah.
Should we just open? Should we make Black Lou happy and just do the stupid Stevie Wonder happy birthday song that he wants to hear? You know that's why black people look forward to birthdays so much. That's why I celebrate all month.
Conspiracy theory? I don't believe he's blind. I think that guy sees everything, every note he hits.
Have you seen all the videos trying to say he's not blind?
One time I saw him and I just kind of gave him like a flinch thing, and he backed up.
He knew.
He saw it.
But then again, Dave, you have a strong aura. And
also, to be fair, it was just some black dude in sunglasses. Probably not Stevie Wonder.
Have you seen his catching the mic video? Have you ever seen that, Jacob?
I haven't.
Ooh.
This is a good one. Yeah, they say...
All right, when you're done, I got one where Michelle Obama's a dude.
No, they show him, is he not really blind? I don't know what this one is. Is it because he looks everywhere. Are they showing that he looks somewhere, or is this where he grabs the microphone?
And you know what else he is? Not actually blind! Maybe! Possibly! Actually, probably not. Okay, explain.
We asked him, we're like, have you seen, there's a video going around.
Yeah, pretty sure
Dude,
Stevie hasn't seen
can't listen to this
How
guy.
do you not feel like a jerk off? Pause it. How do you not feel like a jerk off just doing that? Like the voiceover, he goes, all right, Scott, you ready? He goes, yeah, I'm ready.
Like, you could show me a video of ISIS beheading someone, and I go, well, we've been bombing them for a lot of years. You know what I mean? Like, I always have an excuse to some degree for people, and then you see him, and you're like, you're going to hell.
No, I'm saying the voice of the dude who has to read that thing. Who has to go, Scott, you ready in the booth there? He goes, yeah, I'm ready, dude. He goes, and, take one. He goes,
can you believe that he went up there and fell off a ladder right there in front of all those people? John Travolta's got a little wacky.
It's so, go back to that.
I feel like this is where Soder would have a lot of voices to do, but I'm a different type of co-host.
You're fine.
Oh my God! He totally caught that mic stand! And that can only mean one thing!
Oh, maybe he's not blind.
Actually, we were gonna say
he caught the mic stand, dude. Maybe he felt it falling across his body or something.
He felt the air that the mic was pushing toward him. And he just reacts. You know, your other senses get heightened.
Can you imagine having to come out, like, with that? Now Stevie Wonder having to make a public apology about not being blind all these years? Is there? But there's rumors. I bet there's got to be. Is there more evidence of that?
You guys still love the tunes, though, right?
Where's my happy birthday song, Lou? Why does anyone enjoy this at all?
I know. This is really getting things going, huh?
Oh, shit. Black Lou started getting turned up. Didn't want no motherfuckers with potential. Thank you so much. Well, anyway, Dave, you're 34?
Yep.
Nailed it. You're not freaking out at all. 34, you're right in the pocket.
No, yeah, I'm fine with it. I mean, it's like, I really don't like, you know, I was also living in the East Village now. Like, I live right near, me and you are both in the same neighborhood. Mm-hmm. But it's like, you see like young people, like there's tons of like 22-year-olds all over the place, and you're like, yeah, I don't really want to be that at all. I feel like when
22?
I just don't really want to be young.
No.
Like I'm almost like I'm a lot. If I walked into a bar and there was a bunch of 45-year-olds, I'd be much happier than if there's a bunch of 25-year-olds. You know what I mean?
Sure, but that's because you're approaching more.
I like to fuck older dudes. That's my point.
Yeah, you're really an older guy. No, but you're looking for a different hang though in your life.
Right,
What it is.
right. But there was, that's changed. You know, like I would have in the past.
It's always,
obviously,
the thing was always like we made that joke in the elevator, but like, what's the ratio? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you go to a place like there's a lot of chicks. There's a versus being a place where it's like, what's a cool place to go?
I don't want a lot of chicks anymore. I don't want young people. I just want sad old drunks who got a story about war.
Yeah. Dave, you're looking at old vet bars? Dave, that's why I drink at the VFW exclusively. Young people now? I don't know. The only thing I envy, I guess, is like their ability to see where things go for longer, obviously. But I mean,
I did too many years of that bullshit.
I hate.
I'm over it.
Yeah, I certainly hate the fucking vibe they're growing up. I can't believe that the young people are accepting. You know, the young people are yelling at the old people for being unfeeling and whatever. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to correct the thing. But they're making themselves so lame. What was the thing you told me today, Dave? The soy boy.
Oh yeah, I don't really know enough about this to speak on it. But like, I guess there were like these three guys who are like, you know, like these left-wing feminist allies who are all vegans. And they have like a lot of soy products, and then they tested their testosterone levels, and they had like the testosterone of an 86-year-old woman or some shit like that. And now everybody's like,
crazy.
Basically, it's like these guys who eat nothing but soy. This is why they're such beta males. It's like the theory. I don't know how much truth there is to it, but it's kind of interesting.
You talking to Jacob Soy Milk Baton? Do you do a lot of soy, Jacob?
I was told not to. I had like, I like tofu stuff once in a while, but like once a week, cause I'm hurt and told it really will shrivel your nuts.
Yeah, I have. It's always been a thing that, I used to do soy, stuff at Starbucks all the time. And I found they were getting a lot of estrogen.
I do.
That's almond milk, yeah.
That's the thing too, that really, about like the younger generation that really amazes me. I couldn't, maybe I'm wrong. I'm no, like, historian, but has there ever just been, like, a pussier generation? Where, like, I mean, it's like, guys, like, my grandfather's generation, like, went to war. You know what I mean? Like, we were pussier than them. But this generation now is, like, they're all, like, their big issue of the time is, like, microaggressions and shit. And it's like, Jesus Christ.
What if we need a soldier?
Like, yeah, we might need one or two.
Well, do you think, I think we're a little more inundated with that as people who are in like social media world and also living in New York. You're surrounded by like a hipster culture. And
my brother and sister are both on college campuses. I get like a little bit of a view of it. I mean, I think it's pretty, like the young generation is pretty weak.
Right, but that's the young generation going to college. There's always going to be the young generation that still just go to their job, their factory and do whatever, and still like...
Yes, and you know what I think is really interesting? Is all those guys you're talking about, like the fucking young hick guy who's fucking driving a tractor or some blue-collar worker, all those guys, they vote Trump. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's where this whole thing where it's like, we're the most polarized country ever, and they're like, there's a fascist, regime is taking over, and it's like, well, what do you want, a civil war? Cause you're gonna get the shit beat out of you. Let me tell you something. Feel however you feel about the left and the right and which politics you like, those right-wing guys are so much tougher.
Can somebody animate the war of the hipsters and Midwest hillbillies?
Excuse me, you've entered my safe space, no war here.
You're gonna have to play Footloose on a big screen just to get all their attention. It's the only thing that'll gather them both. The art of dance, but happening in a very ruralized town.
It's the queefiest shit ever, but it's, it's in red state America, so.
Those kids just want to celebrate. God!
Give me a second, Jay, I gotta blow off some steam.
Sure.
Alright, I'm back.
What was the song he actually blew off steam to? I forget what the fucking actual song was.
It wasn't Kenny Loggins, right?
It may have been Kenny Loggins.
Obscure.
I feel like it was a girl, though.
We gotta go deep tracks.
Yeah, that's a deep cut right there.
No hits.
Yeah, that is true, man. Like, there really is, like, all the muscle is voting Republican.
Well, dude, this, to me...
by the way, probably very uninformed, almost just like legacy voters.
This is what Trump...
Right?
This is, I think,
like legacy Republicans.
I don't know. I mean, some, but like, I think, there's like the real brilliance that Trump had during the election that nobody really got was that he kept, when they were saying like They would go like, we might change the rules to get Trump out of there before the Republican National Convention and shit like that. And Trump was like, there'll be riots in the streets. Like, he knew what he was doing. He was like, hey, who do you think's tougher? My voters or fucking Jeb Bush's voters? And then he courted all the toughest guys in America. So he got all those people you're talking about, like the barrel chest NASCAR watching motherfuckers.
Well, also, I remember going over he made sure he met several times I saw him in front of minors.
Oh yeah.
A real big thing with minors.
Yeah, that's right. All those type of blue-collar, hard-working guys who are tough. And then he'd go like, hey, you know the cops? Everybody beats up on the cops. They're the most fantastic people. I hope you beat more black people up. You know, like he was just reeling to them. And then he did the same thing for the generals. So they were all fucking terrified of this guy because he's got every tough dude in America on his team. Jamie Kilstein's not leading a revolution against them. I love Jamie.
Now.
I love Jamie for a month.
I've loved him again for a month. Yeah, that kind of like, I don't know. Is there a middle ground? Where does that middle meet ever?
I don't know.
Like a super...
Believe me, I never thought I would be the fucking moderate in the room, but I am kind of like, do you guys really want to have a civil war? Like, we've got it pretty good. Let's just like, cut government a little.
Isn't it funny that the look actually mimics somebody who would be very pro-war? Like people with like curly mustaches and shit seem like guys that would be like generals.
Well, yeah.
Like general mustaches and shit. Dressing in suits and all that kind of like weird suspenders, keeping suspenders alive. The nerd keeping suspenders alive. Are you looking up the Footloose thing?
I looked up the soundtrack. I don't know what song you're talking about.
Let's see. Go up.
Whatever. Let's do shots.
Okay.
All I do is win.
What is this?
And every time I step up in the building,
Vodka with a little splash of OJ.
go up,
Oh.
and they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. 'Cause all I do is win.
Oh man.
You going in, put your hands in the air, make 'em stay there.
Luda!
Hey, can you play my second place song? I've got this.
It's my favorite.
Try.
Drunk Lou Day is the best day. Oh, the cheeks are already getting rosy. This is my favorite.
I'm getting ready to tell people what I think about them.
Jacob, buckle your ass up, motherfucker. You think you were sad about 47 before? Oh, he's gonna unfold on you. Black Lou.
Tonight's also the Christmas party for the company Christmas party.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta hang here for a little bit, right? This is like time to get laid now.
Oh, yeah. This is a really great time to get laid at an office party, Jay. You've got your finger on the pulse.
Oh, I bet I still think...
The first half hour of the party is like a sexual harassment seminar.
Everybody sign things.
I still think it's the place at around 11 p.m. that you want to be if you're looking for puss.
I put my hands up around women now like a black dude around cops.
Call it.
I'm just like, I'm going for my license.
844-Comedy-9 if you got a story about office Christmas party hookup. I mean, it's got to be straight down to like fucking right there behind a copy machine.
If the story starts with I held her down while she screamed no, just save the call.
Save it for later. I don't want to open with that.
Save it for the Legion of Skanks.
Yeah. Which we'll be doing my birthday party officially live on Legion of Skanks later tonight.
Yeah, you really stretch it out.
I know some people listening will be coming to that for sure. Yeah, if you have a story about that. But let's take our first break here, and then I want to come back because I do want to get into that. Jacob, you talked to me about the Dustin Hoffman, John Oliver argument, and boy, do I love that. I love a good argument. And I have a feeling, without seeing this video so far, that I'm really going to be siding with Dustin Hoffman, aren't I?
Always go with the predator.
That's right. Tootsie himself. Not going to argue that. We'll be right back. We're hanging out with Dave Smith. It's the Bonfire.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Listen to those horns. That's right. It's all adult contemporary today on the Bonfire. Adult contemporary for an adult. 40-year-old Big J. Oakerson. Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95, hanging out with Dave Smith.
What's up, man? You're going to be on Shiprock, like, plugging your ears?
Yeah.
So loud.
All this noise.
I mean, they're talented musicians.
The Legion of Skanks appearing on Shiprock this year.
Fuck yeah.
That's in January. With some bands in this moment. The band that does our theme song that eventually is probably going to send a cease and desist.
Quite possibly.
Not fans for some reason. But some fun bands, that's going to be awesome. Before we went to break, I teased this John Oliver video that you were telling me about on the way up here, Dave. And I had not seen it. And in the middle of, Jacob, you're telling me a Wag the Dog film, like a reunion. John Oliver, is he moderating the...
I heard he was hosting it.
He was hosting the reunion and then just starts grilling. Did he think, what chick is he trying to fuck that would impress? I mean, who else would think that? He goes, I'm going to sandbag this dude real quick.
It's the whole, to me at least, the whole, like, left-wing, like, mainstream left is just like, there's so much fucking virtue signaling everywhere, and I think it's a big thing that turns everybody off. It's like this, like, idea that you have to let everybody know how you're on the side of the oppressed and women and all this nonsense, and it's like, I don't know. I thought he was being shitty to Dustin Hoffman. I don't really know that much of the details. I didn't read the Vanity Fair piece about him or whatever, but I thought he was kind of being a dick. Also, I didn't know movies had reunions. I thought that was like for hit sitcoms.
Well, I also thought it was for, like, I knew it was for movies, but if it was, like, movies that were legendary, is Wag the Dog a legendary movie? At all? Black Lou?
When you were working on Above the Rim, what were you thinking?
Yeah. Let's hear it.
In The Last Jedi, Canto Bight is a glittering casino city situated on the...
I don't think that's it.
It doesn't seem like an argument, really. It seems like a...
You know what? On further
a solid
review,
offer for a nice casino city.
John Oliver was pretty cool to him.
Now I hear it back. He was actually being pretty cool.
Sorry, guys.
I'm asking my agent, my publicity school, what do I do now? And they say what you can't do, or what's not a good idea to do, is that if you get into a dispute, it lengthens the argument. She comes back and says this, I say that, she says that. So he said, what you should do is just apologize. But there's a key word that's left out in the quote.
I can't really tell what he said.
He said there's a key word that's left out of the quote that I said. So he was basically saying that, like, look, they're like, why did you settle with this chick? And he's like, well, basically my lawyers were telling me, I mean, you can deny what she said, then she comes back and says this, I come back and say this, it becomes this big PR nightmare. He goes, it's better to just apologize and just whatever. And then he goes, but there's a key word in my apology. And, I don't know. If you can't understand it, maybe we should.
Is that what he says? No, go
ahead. And that is, if I did anything that was, out of sorts, or I embarrassed her, I apologize. And the word if was important. Now it just says he apologizes.
Yeah, it's actually might. I mean, the intention is the same. You said, I have the utmost respect for women and feel terrible that anything I might have done.
I'll tell you what, no matter what he's saying, even if I can't hear, it just sounds like he's being a cock. That's that English accent. I really, my boss, blah, 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 blah.
You got it.
Yeah, I don't think I did that at all. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, it's not reflective of who I am.
Today, and they leave that out too.
Yeah, I know.
No, but that's the difference.
How much does it fucking suck if you... Who else is in the reunion right now? Who's sitting there?
De Niro's sitting there very uncomfortable.
He's like, I got some black pussy waiting for me back in the hotel. If you could please speed this along. That's so weird to sit next to a guy while someone's giving him a sex. Was De Niro accused of anything? He probably assumes he's next. Are you getting spaced out over there, Lou?
What, De Niro?
Oh, okay.
Goodfellas, you heard of it?
I did. I've heard of the film. I have heard of it.
Sorry, I'm getting too out of control. Coming in hot.
I believe Dustin Hoffman's thing was a girl who was working on a set of something he was doing, and he, like, grabbed her arm or something. I don't know what it was.
Well, he demonstrates in the video, like, he's like, oh, I touched her arm like this, and then she had, like, a weird reaction, and I apologized. But I don't know. I just think it's, like, this weird thing where, like, you're crucifying a guy for something he said 30 years ago. 40 years ago, that you weren't there for, that you don't understand the nuance of, and it just seems like kind of, I don't know, seems like a weird standard to try to ruin a guy's legacy over saying something inappropriate 40 years ago.
Yeah, for John Oliver to, like, fucking come white knighting in there to be like, what about this girl's life? And she's like, how old is this lady now?
Yeah. I also don't like the fucking
How old is the lady, like, in her 60s now or something? 40 years ago?
Well, they said she was a 17-year-old intern 40 years ago, so 57-year-old woman.
Oh, my God. The same age as Lou. No, Lou's 47. No, Jacob's 47. So, Mr. Hoffman, would you please? I mean, I like the attention, but you give me a little too much,
Mr. Hoffman, I understand you have an FM radio, and that's pretty fancy. But I'm not just going to go to bed with the first guy who picks up on a dame.
I'm not the kind of gal.
So you hear that one about trimming?
I just made black and white fucking hookups. That'd be the worst thing ever. Hey, why don't you come back to my flat, you see? We'll hang out. Get to know each other a little bit. Maybe touch each other in our privates.
Again, I feel like Soder would have a good 5-minute chunk on this.
Oh, Dave, you love the 50s. Or the idea of it, at least.
Yeah. When white men ruled.
When white men ruled. Those days are done, my friend. I got sent today another one of those lists. I got comics to see or podcasts to love and all those different lists that come out. And I'll tell you what, man, and to quote another comedian, it's mathematically impossible that not one straight white dude is involved in any list in comedy anymore. Speaking of straight white male dude involved in comedy, Andy Fiore, Merkface himself joins. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
What's up, Andy?
Hop on a microphone for a second. Merkface.
Happy birthday, guy.
What's up, Dewey? We're talking about, well, you just walked in. I think you heard everything I said, right?
I did not.
Another list came out of the best new comics, I think. So this isn't a list that I'm upset about for personal reasons. It's just you have to be reaching for every single one of these lists to be 100% no straight white males. That's so fucking crazy.
Yeah. Straight white male comedians need to just start identifying as a fucking penguin or something. Like you got to mix it up.
As ridiculous as it being, especially currently, all straight white males, even though the number of straight white males in comedy has got to be heavily skewed, you know, it's got to be way more, just population-wise, straight white male comedians than anything else. So, to have, but I think right now, if you're looking at like funny or talent or whatever ability, to have that list be all white, straight white dudes would be bizarre. That would be very bizarre. But to have not one white dude on these, straight white dude on these things is pretty crazy, no?
Yeah, look, man, I mean, dudes, like, it's really, comedy has always been dominated by black dudes and Jews. That's the truth to me. Like, it's always, even throughout the entire history of stand-up comedy, it's disproportionately Jews and black guys. So it's like, it's hard for me to like, feel like there needs to be some social justice in this world when like two of the most oppressed groups ever were always overrepresented in comedy. But now it's like, no, we gotta find like the feminist trans activist, you know, like rights, person to be funny. And it's just obviously a thing. It's like trying to find the best Asian basketball player. It's not a deep pool, man. There's like 3.
Maybe you haven't met my friend, first trans comic, everyone, Waffle Johnson. What up, motherfuckers? Waffle Johnson here. Oh, yeah. Give me that funky ass beat. Yeah. Waffle Johnson coming through. Oh, if you bitches got real eyelashes, put your booties in the air. Trans comic Waffle Johnson. Yeah. Remember when y'all used to take cars to school? I used to be on the bus. All trans kids be on the bus. Hump it out now. Hump it out now. Hump it out now. I turn it up. Waffle Johnson, y'all. America's first trans comic.
All right, that guy's good.
Yeah. Oh, well,
but the rest of them, it's
take
a shallow
Waffle Johnson out.
Jay, where was this list today? Was it Time Out New York? Because I'm not even finding it.
No, Wayne sent it to me. You want me to send? I'll text it to you.
Okay.
It's just a, this isn't even a dig on the I only know like 1 or 2 of them, and I like them very much, and I'm not saying they shouldn't be in the up and coming comics to watch at all.
I honestly, I don't even give a shit about any of that stuff anymore. God bless all of them. Put anyone who they want to put on these lists, go get these lists. But it's just like, I feel like it's like what Comedy Central kind of learned the hard way. It's like, you want to go for all this like left-wing nerd comedy. Okay, fine. But just watch as your ratings fucking plummet because you're not picking funny first anymore. Like, they went out of their way, when Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert left those 2 slots, they went out of their way to make sure it wasn't white dudes who would take those slots. And it's like, okay, but if you're just reducing Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert to white dudes, you're missing the point.
Yeah.
They were fucking brilliant comedians, man. And that's what you needed to find for those slots. So, okay, go ahead. Pick these guys. This is what's great about the internet. It's like, I don't give a fuck if I'm on any of these lists. I can talk right to my fans. So I don't care. You know, like, take it, go. And
but it's nice, but you do need some sort of a forum to gather fans. Like, people have to find a way to find you.
Podcast revolution. Well, queefs like you are corporating it up in fucking radio gigs. I'm out on the streets doing a podcast with you. But
I'm saying though, as far as like an Ari Shaffir's, like, it was kind of like the spillover from Rogan. Like, I got some of my fans early on from spillover from Attell when I go on the road with him, or Patrice even, or you know what I mean? Like, it's the spillover audience you're always kind of getting.
Yeah, but that's, I did the same thing though, right? But I mean, from like several different things, but the same thing, right? Like, I built up a lot of fans from like, whatever, from opening for you, for doing Ari's podcast, Rogan's podcast, like all these different things, like a lot of shit in the libertarian, like the news world and stuff like that. But it's like, okay, so then that's that. That's what you gotta do. Go get your fucking fans. That's what this shit is all about anyway. It's all about getting fans. That's the last level of it all, is who has the most fans. Getting on TV is just a means to an end. Getting on one of these lists is just a means to an end, to get fans. Yeah. And if you're getting there because you're fucking, a feminist, maybe you will get some of those people as fans, but I don't know. I don't buy it lasting in the long haul.
If you're truly a really funny comic, and you're going to say that you are like hardcore beliefs in one direction, and you're a good comic, you will eventually piss off the people that it's like the Bill Maher thing. You know what I mean? You eventually...
Yeah, but he's a real successful, example.
Of course, but he was destined to eventually piss them off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because he'll never take it as seriously as someone who lives their life like gung-ho. I
have a lot of respect for Bill Maher and like what he's done in his career. I just really wish when that shit came out, the thing where he got in trouble last year. Mm-hmm. I just really wish he had been like, it's a joke, man. I'm sorry. If you don't like it, turn the channel. And to see him grovel, I just hate to see a man who I respect grovel like that.
Well, that's Peter Vesey was the best, man. Peter Vesey, the NBA sports analyst.
Yeah, we work with his kid.
Joe Vesey,
really funny guy.
His dad though, he quoted Biggie lyrics, and when he did the N word, he did N, but he put 5 asterisks, which is hilarious. But either way, he did that, and he got a bunch of flack, and he just wrote back simply like, "Your problem, not mine." He's like, I was quoting he said he was like, he's noted before that he's like a Biggie fan, and he quoted like those lyrics.
Yep.
And he's like, I'm not even, and he didn't address it, and everybody just went, oh, he's not going to get into it with us?
I'll tell you this, dude.
All right,
I grew up in Brooklyn. I've been around lots of black people in my life.
Dave, we get it. No one's trying to fight you here.
Played one-on-one basketball with every single last one of them. No, but I'm just saying.
I'll back all them motherfuckers down.
I have never met a group of people who are less likely to grab their pearls and go, I'm offended by a word, than black people. It's fucking offended white people on behalf of black people 99% of the time. So it's like, dude, don't feel like you're not... black people respect way more that shit. Somebody went like, fuck you, I was quoting a Biggie lyric.
Yeah.
And they'll go like, alright, he's cool. He's right. Like that's black was on my side. See how I win him over?
But you're absolutely right.
100% right. You want to get out of here and shoot some hoops?
Oh no, you're supposed to say I've never said it before in my life.
That's always right. That's always the annoying. It's like, what do you mean? If you got off record, anybody responsible for this list here, they'd be like, oh yeah. Like someone in the ladder goes like, oh no, of course, yeah. It's like, there was a bunch of straight white guys in this like pile here, but we're like, nah, we're gonna go with this, to make this make more sense. It's, of course, we're pandering, but people want to be pandered to badly.
Yeah, but a lot of people still want to fucking laugh.
No, of course. I'm saying the mass. I'm saying as far as when they look at a list,
yeah,
they'd rather.
Yeah, no, you're right.
It's like, I'm going to look at this list. I think a lot of people go into the list going like, let's see this list. Let me guess, is it skewed to help out the more privileged people now? And you're not looking at it to go, ooh, who are some new fun up-and-coming comics?
Totally.
It's like, to look for it goes, is it all, let me guess, all white men comics? Like, oh, a lesbian? Oh my god, a person of color? Oh, okay, well, all right. And they don't even care about looking up those comics. They just go, this publication gets a check. It passed inspection.
Yeah. You know what I see happening more than ever in, like, at clubs and in stand-up shows is the fucking thing where some chick will be, like, not getting laughs and she's like, oh, it's good. You laugh at all the guys, but you can't laugh at me type of thing. And that makes me furious, man, because it's like, oh, so you're just taking away the fact that they had well-crafted jokes? Like, that has nothing to do with it.
Dude, without giving away too much, I mean, we have a friend who lost a TV show that still runs on television.
I all know who you're talking about.
Do you? Yeah, right. Oh. Who lost a gig, and he was supposed to get the gig, and they were like, "Nah, man, we got to go with we had a black."
No.
It's like we're going with the other guy because he's a black guy.
Yeah,
and they said that flat out to him, and it was like, it hurts a little less because you're like, at least you're just leveling with me.
I know a lot of white comedians who have heard that. Like, a lot of them over the years, like, sorry, we're just not looking for white guys for this show or whatever. But again, I'm not trying to, like, do this, like, victim thing, like, oh, white guys have it so tough. It's like, whatever, man. Fine. Most of those guys who I know, like, one of the guys who's an example of that was, like, Joe List had told me that, like, there were a couple different showcases that told him, like, sorry, we're not looking for white guys. But Joe List right now...
When I came to the city, I mean, that was essentially...
But I'm just making the point, Joe List is crushing it right now, because he's fucking hilarious, and he just kept going and kept working. You know, it's like, fucked up shit can happen to you. It's gonna happen to you in show business. Like, that's just part of the deal.
You talked about the Louis C.K. In the documentary.
Dude, I'm 10 times more offended by that than him jerking off in front of chicks.
And we talked about Louis C.K.
He denied, when he was working for the Dana Carvey show, they all wanted to hire Fallon, and he said no because he was young and good looking. And he didn't want a young, good looking guy around the fucking writing staff because he wanted to kind of be the head guy. He admits this.
He wanted to be big shit, yeah.
I go, that's a fucked up thing to do. But you know what Jimmy Fallon did? He became the biggest fucking thing in the world. So that's it right there. Everybody has some fucking injustice, some story of something not going right. Just keep showing up, do a better job than everybody else, and you will host the Tonight Show.
You got that? You got that, Merc face?
I got it. I gotta say, this feels right.
Did you get the list, Christine?
I found the list that this one came from. Now I'm trying to find the actual list.
This is what it came from?
I believe so, because this is part of Vulture. And
well, by all means, let's see this list. There's 20 comedians?
Yeah.
Please, go ahead.
Jay.
And this is not a dig in any way on these comics. I don't want it to be that way. The 6 that I saw, there were several in there. There were several in there that there was ones I didn't know. And the ones I did know, I was like, sure, yeah, funny, good people. Yeah, Sam J was on the list. I saw that. Sam J's writing for SNL now. I met her.
She's very funny.
Yeah, I was when I hosted Oddball Tour Side Stage in Boston. She did the 1 year, and then she moved to LA, and she did it in LA the next year. I got to see her again, and she's talented, man.
And that's,
very
by
talented.
The way, nobody, and this is, I really mean this, man, and I know, I'm sure some people...
Black and a lesbian.
Yeah, well, okay, but who fucking gives a shit,
No, I know,
man?
I'm saying falls under the criteria of what you feel you have to have, but she deserves it.
And I know this is true about you, too, and this is true for most funny comics I know, man. We are like slaves to funny. Nobody could be. I've been in like a few things where I like was fucking furious at Kurt Metzger. Like I was like just not cool with him as a dude. There's no 1 second of that like emotion where I would go, and his fucking comedy sucks. You just can't. You're a slave to funny. Nobody could. If Dave Chappelle is on a list, nobody can go, well, he got it because he's black or so. You just can't. You can't do it. So funny is funny. It's its own force that's bigger than any of this other shit.
Absolutely. What I saw from this list, it just looks like they're not picking for funny. It looks like it's being picked simply to meet quotas. And that's weird.
Well, also, it takes away from the people on this list as well. Because then you start to feel like they just got it because they're...
And I'll just use her because I think it's who I know the best that I saw on the list. Is Sam J. Sam J could be offended. It's like, you go, holy shit, I'm on this list. That's so cool. And then you look and it was like, if you look at this list, you'll be like, no, like I fell more in the criteria than I feel like they were like all over my comedy.
Yep. You're like, now there's not a single funny white guy?
Alright, let me see the list. It's, Caitlyn Jenner.
She was on the 6th list. Marcella.
Yeah, she's on the list right there. I don't want to keep putting names out there because I'm not trying to shit on anybody. But let's just say, like, go back. I think she's a lesbian. I'm pretty sure she's a lesbian. What I read. I thought she was trans. It said something about it. She's over 6 feet tall. But I think she made a joke about that. That's what I saw. But she talks about, divas and stuff, and they quote a joke in the paper, which I feel bad for the comic on that because it's never going to be good. And it's like what's the difference between Beyonce and so and so? And you're like, oh man.
Well, what's the difference?
I'm generally intrigued.
What was the difference?
Let's see. Is it, go up.
I mean, don't just leave me hanging.
Go up. Is there a thing? At one point, he gives like an example of their jokes.
No, this is the article that you sent. Looks like it was a picture out of a newspaper, and I'm not able to find this exact one online. But I believe that this list was formed out of this list.
Okay, are all those people on it?
Yeah.
Everyone? Okay,
yeah.
So probably. Yeah, Asian gay.
Jacob's favorite.
I have no idea what this is. No, it can't be this list because maybe it's the only comedians on the list. And these have things like I love taking comics to watch and it shows like Dance Troupe Team 5. Like what? How is that?
Team 10?
Patty Harrison? I don't know who that is.
She's on the 6.
Okay. I don't know who it is. Sam J. Fantastic. So, the sound of just ice stirring. Everyone's getting tossed. Keep going down. Langston Kermit.
I like Langston.
Yeah, funny kid. I don't know Natalie Palamides. And these aren't shots at them. I'm just saying, Joe Pera. Is Joe Pera a straight white man?
Yeah.
Yeah!
There we go. Joe's really funny dude.
So how many did we get down to before we got a straight white dude?
Well, there was that duo where it looked like it was a straight white guy and a girl.
No, it's gay dude and a girl.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Black. So black. Hispanic.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Hispanic.
No. Oh, yeah. Well, he kind of comes off straight white guy, though.
I got you. It's Shane Torres, but his name's Shane Torres. I'm not taking a dig at Shane. Shane's awesome. Shane's been on the show before. Shane's great.
You know what? The more I see this list, it's winning me over.
That's
the funny guys.
That's the smartest one. He picked straight white guy first name, Hispanic last name.
But I mean, these lists, I mean, they're looking very much for stuff outside of funny where it should be looking for the funniest.
Totally.
I don't know why. And you're right, we are slaves to funny. I always say that Tony Roberts, who I love as a comic. For years, I was very upset with him because I know he was supposed to bring my luggage that I wasn't able to bring, not my fault, back from Germany, when I was with him in Germany. And he brought my luggage, but I know he just either left it somewhere or just stopped giving a shit and said someone robbed his place and took it. And I'm like, that's just never true. But I was such a young comic, I was like, well, I can't say a fucking thing about it, I guess. And that blows dick completely. But you see these, I mean, the lists are they're so skewed to make sure to go it's like straight white guy, you've had your time. And sure, that is true.
And a lot of them, if a lot of them, the more honest ones will just say that shit. They'll just be like, well, you've had your time. You've been the dominant one, so now you should, feel it.
Which I'd rather it be blatant like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that.
Always.
It's like, oh, dude. It's just, the world knows. We're no way we're giving this shot to a white guy, and they go, okay. But don't say it's a fair competition. And then say, yeah, submit. No, it'll be great. We're going to look at everybody.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Well, yeah, I agree with you. I'd rather they just say it, and that's fine. I have no problem with even really any of that shit. If they're like, oh, as a straight white guy, you got to be 10 times funnier than the next guy in order to get something. I'm fine with that. That just makes it clear my job is to be 10 times funnier than that guy. I don't mind that. But then
you mind. I mean, you mind it. It's
a little bit. I'll tell you, I probably cared a lot more a few years ago before I had more stuff going on. So I mean, maybe that's my own perspective, but I'm fine with that. What I can't take is then after that having to constantly be lectured to about how difficult it is to be a woman in comedy. That's what fucking drives me crazy. It's like, stop lecturing to me about how difficult it is when you can get, I'm not even exaggerating, Jay, you know this is true. You could get 1/10 as funny as one of the funny comics in the city and doors will open up everywhere for you. Everywhere. So I'm sorry, it's fair enough. Maybe some bookers hit on you. Maybe there's a shitty situation here or there. But I don't know, get a decent 10 minutes and you will be a millionaire.
I asked Christina, and I may have said this on the show already. Jacob, you'll know. You have a good catalog of this stuff. But I said to Christine recently, I go, I know it sucks to get hit on by bosses you don't want to fuck and you don't want to do these, and all these things can happen for you. I go, but isn't there also some advantage? The lack of value in me fucking somebody career-wise, it's zero almost. But isn't it nice to know? It's like you kind of have a little little joker in the deck there where you can be like, well, I could always try to fuck my way to the top if I wanted. There's like an option for sure.
I've offered. No one's buying.
I produced this show.
Yeah. Christine fucked her way right into producing this goddamn show. Some of my bitch.
That's how I got the gig, too.
A committed partnership.
We have to do our before 7 p.m. commercials right now, so let's take a break. We'll come back with some more adult contemporary. We're hanging out with Dave Smith, Merkface Andy. It's the Bonfire.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
I'm 40, everyone. I'm listening to straight adult contemporary from now on.
Adult contempo.
That's it. Adult contemporary.
Man, I miss 30s,
The best
Jay.
soy latte that you ever had, me. Oh, that gave me goosebumps. A soy latte on a chilly day like today, Dave? Come on.
Yeah.
I didn't even bring my babushkas. Big J. Oakerson, Dave Smith, Merkface Andy, being joined now by Chad Zumach. On the Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. Chad Zumach will be touring in Texas, December 14th through December 17th. San Antonio, San Marcos, Houston, and Austin. For tickets, visit ChadZumach.com. Chad, good to see you here,
And it's
buddy.
not just me, it's Jim Florentine, Brody Stevens, and Sam Tripoli.
Ooh,
It's basically just you. I mean, you're carrying the weight, what you're telling me.
Yeah, I'm the weight. Yeah.
As it go, Chad the Anchor Zumach.
That's a fun show, man. I'm doing Sam's Tinfoil Hat podcast tomorrow.
Oh!
Yeah?
You calling in?
Calling in. Skyping, maybe? I don't know.
Way to make it about yourself, Dave.
That's really interesting you're doing that show. You know I've got shows.
I myself have been doing shows.
Guys, if you can't make it out to Chad's show, you know where you can check out.
Chad, big Cleveland fan, I know that, and that goddamn fucking Cavs really gave a good beat, an embarrassing beating to the Sixers recently.
Oh, that's actually their best achievement in the last decade. Now who's making it about them?
My Sixers were so hurt by that. No, it was funny. They've been making all those comparisons, Ben Simmons, LeBron James, and LeBron James got sick of it and came out and just dropped 15 and 6 in like 5 minutes. They took him out for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
He's ended up with like 30-some points.
That was the first time he played with the edge this year, LeBron, because I think he wanted to take it to Ben Simmons.
Yeah, well, he did. He did just fine.
Yeah, a lot of people, listen, Jay, nobody was saying Ben Simmons is as good as LeBron James outside your local Wawa. Okay? The rest of the world was well aware that LeBron James.
Oh, we lost Ginger Merkface here. He only talks about icy sports. You're a hockey man.
I am. Now that my football team is no longer a franchise, apparently.
They fired the coach. All the players are dead.
Cleaned house.
They cleaned house, too.
You guys got Geno Smith.
We got G-Money.
He'll carry you.
Chad, are you a fan of the Browns?
Unfortunately.
You just gotta be, right?
0-12, it's brutal.
But almost forget
0-12?
Yeah.
Fuck, I knew they were doing
But they're 0-12, like, if we're doing the stats of, like, the last 12 years.
They've won 4 games in 3 years.
That's true, right?
Yeah. Wow. They won 1 last year.
That was such an organic laugh.
I know, it's brutal.
That is insane.
Could you imagine playing for the team? I'll tell you what, though, at least the team still root for him. I told you I felt bad when I went to that San Diego Chargers stadium this year, and it was all Eagles fans. I felt like when the
Chargers aren't even that bad this year, right?
They're pretty good. When the Chargers got a first down, the whole place would be boos. It was crazy.
Man, Gino Bisconti can't carry him himself.
Jay, I got to tell you this because I'm a fan of the Bonfire. By the way,
I just found out what it is.
This is crazy. This is a true story. Happened last week. I worked with, and I did it for the story, Todd Bridges.
Hell yeah.
Different Strokes, Willis, right? Mm-hmm. He's a huge Eagles fan for some reason or another.
Really?
Yes, he was naming all these Eagles stats. But let's just bring it all the way around to the Bonfire. I'm at lunch with Todd Bridges. Not name dropping, but that's who I hang with, Todd Bridges.
Willis.
Iconic show. And I got the crazy story. He gets a text. He goes, damn it. I go, what's going on? He goes, Corey Feldman's texting me. I go, you're friends with Corey Feldman? And he goes, yeah, man. I go, hey, let me ask you something. Is that stuff with Charlie Sheen and He goes, 100% true. Corey Haim told me to my face. Exclusive Bonfire.
Corey Haim to Todd Bridges. Charlie Sheen boofed me.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, he goes, he said Corey told me that like 5 years ago to my face.
Man, I knew you couldn't get AIDS from cocaine.
Man, fucking
I'm shocked Todd Bridges is alive.
Man, they got to do a documentary about that movie Lucas. So much torment surrounded around that movie.
Yeah.
Man. That's what ruined him. And Corey Feldman's probably calling Todd Bridges trying to get that soda pop party guy in trouble.
Is that what's going on?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Corey Feldman came out and asked for $10 million to make a movie of his life. Because he would tell you in that movie who his abusers were.
Todd Bridges, he's basically going to say it's Charlie Sheen.
Well, no, he already did it.
Oh.
No, he already did it. It was a producer of some sort, right? And then it ended up being the guy who owned this. They used to do these Hollywood parties at a place called like Alfie's Soda Shop or something.
Oh yeah,
right, Soda Club or something.
Yeah,
it was it was like teen parties, but it would be like hosted by all this. And you'd see these pictures, man. It was like Alyssa Milano and the Coreys and all the
Nicole Eggert.
Yes, Nicole. Everyone from the time. It was like a party at Charles in Charge's house, and they used to all go there. And one of the dudes was just fucking the boys, man. And that's the guy who owned it, I guess. He just pointed his finger out on Dr. Oz recently because the world was getting sick. You know how hard it is to be a super unlikable victim? Because Corey Feldman's out there speaking, at least it sounds like the truth. You know?
I was raped as a child, and if you donate $20 to my Patreon, I'll call you and tell you about it.
It literally is what he's doing. He's like, let me make a movie about my life.
Bridges said that. No. He says he's trying to make money off this right now, and that's why he's not going to go in on it.
Yeah,
this comes from Bridges.
But it went down from, that's great.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
That's great. Just, if you hang around comedy long enough, you'll eventually work with someone who can give you inside info on information that's 20 years past when we're giving a shit. I remember talking to Coolio way too late, man. Fucking all that shit. I talked to Coolio after he had a cooking show on the internet. You're like, no, man, I went ride, slippity slide, Coolio.
Man, Gangster's Paradise was crazy. So how are your Facebook Live numbers doing?
Ride, slippity slide. Always too like Sebastian Bach when he had purple wine teeth and it just got finished doing Celebrity Fit Club. Not fucking Wembley Stadium. But woke up to the sound of pouring rain.
Hey, Sebastian, when did you become your grandpa?
Yeah. Hey, man, the government, society. He talks like Charles Manson without the karate.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Charles Manson.
Rest in peace, man.
Christine pulled up so much shit of dumb people just thinking Charles Manson is Marilyn Manson. And just giving rest in peace to Marilyn Manson all day.
Really?
Oh, there's like websites dedicated to it now, right? Just all this like, I love you so. But a girl we know, Christine, right? You said send somebody like so and so's pretty sad about Charlie Manson dying. So she's having a rough day today. It's like, go fuck yourself. I mean, how emo of a character of a life have you chose to live? If Charlie Manson's death makes you go like, oh, he was a poet with a heart. With a dark heart. And society failed him. He didn't fail society.
It's definitely like image stuff. It sucks.
It's what?
It's definitely like image stuff, so that sucks. It's like a terrible man. Shouldn't be mourning him.
Well, this is what happens when you name yourself after a serial killer.
R.I.P. Charles. But I think it says Charles Manson. Just pictures of fat Marilyn Manson.
Also,
he aged pretty well.
His real name was Charles.
It's Brian Warner.
Brian Warner.
The home of Glen Oak High School in Ohio.
And guess who was on their way to Glen Oak High School? This guy right here.
Well, your dad's from Canton, right?
Well, he lives there. He's not from there, but he moved there when I was a kid. So, yeah, absolutely. Canton, Ohio. It's where Marilyn Manson's from.
Well, you also wear a lot of flair. You like to rip up Bibles.
I enjoy flair. If society would allow it, I would wear one contact lens.
I remember the thing where he was saying, he named himself after the two most famous people of the 60s.
It was the most notorious, I think, was always his quote for it.
I was like, I don't even think that's completely true. There were a lot of fucked up people in the 60s.
Wow, for sure, dude.
It's like, I don't know, wasn't J. Edgar Hoover was doing some shit?
Yeah. Gabby Hayes.
But, you know, no one wanted to see Marilyn Hayes.
Or Gabby Hoover.
Gabby Hoover. It was like, well, you know, we also had to take into consideration what would work.
Just bastards at the time. I'm Sammy Davis Gacy.
No one wanted to see Marilyn Oswald.
Marilyn Harvey Oswald.
I had Oswald in my mind. God damn it.
That's one of the funniest things ever. And Dave Mean used to watch this video stoned all the time.
We had a lot of free time.
When he went on David Letterman, Marilyn Manson, and he was talking about his father, and David Letterman says, "What's your father's name?" And he goes, "Hugh." And Letterman gives that like that. Letterman laughs like, ha, 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 ha. And he goes, "You think that's funny?" He goes, "It's actually my middle name." And just him saying the words, Marilyn Hugh Manson. That made me laugh so hard. Let me throw a pencil.
I miss that guy.
Son of a bitch. Best that ever did it, some say. I wanted to talk, now we have our round table together here. A bunch of white guys with a lot of opinions, and that's what the world's looking for right now. I think the world's looking for a round table of white guys with some strong opinions on some things. All things ethnic, I'm guessing.
Bitches ought to shut up and blacks have it too good.
Whoa! I thought that
Wait,
was...
what? Is it not my turn?
I disagree.
I wonder if we could talk about it all. Maybe after the next break, we should. I'll text Berg and see if we could talk about that letter that he was sent. That's so crazy. Yeah, it's all through comedy for sure. But right now, I want to talk about Terry Crews, who I've always enjoyed because one, he's so gigantic and scary looking, yet he's actually very willing to be silly and funny. Well, far silly and funnier than we'd ever thought. He is such a docile puppy of a human being, I guess, that is it a CAA agent? Just thought it was like alright to go up there and just fucking grab his hog at a party.
Wait, should you throw the word allegedly in front of this, or did this definitely happen?
No,
it happened.
It happened.
Alright.
Well, the guy's saying it happened.
That's all it takes for me to convict someone in my court of public opinion. Is this allegedly or did it happen? Well, Black Lou says it happened. All right.
Oh,
this guy got raped.
It's William Morris. I knew it was. I'm CAA. I knew it wasn't CAA. They wouldn't hire scumbags like this fucking Terry Crews dick sniffer. Terry Crews is suing the agent that claims he groped him at a Hollywood party. TMZ has learned Crews is suing agent Adam Vennett for allegedly grabbing his junk at an event last year. I mean, how crazy is that?
Dude, if you have the balls to grab Terry Crews' junk, you should get away with it.
Why didn't Terry Crews fucking punch him in his face right there where he stood?
It's not his nature.
I mean, I'm a lover, I'm a lifter and a lover. Not so much a fighter.
Oh man, if you were a barbell, I'd lift you over my head.
He's like, oh man, these are all glamour muscles. Crews says that Vennett stared at him like a rabid dog, quote, like a rabid dog sticking his tongue in and out of his mouth provocatively. The level of inebriation you must have to look at a giant muscly black guy, not in prison, but at a Hollywood party and do a I mean, a rabid dog.
Hey, fella, you hungry?
Hey, giant black dude. Oh, me? I'm just a fat Jewish agent. I'd like to grab your schmeckle. Maybe put it in my stupid fakak the bookatugas. I'll put your schmeckle in my fakak the tugas. Crews said after the alleged assault, he pushed Vennett away and turned to Adam Sandler yelling, "Adam, come get your boy, he's grabbing my nuts." Okay,
Slap-a-dab-a-doo-dog.
Do you want me to grab his boys and put him in?
Can you imagine if this was a woman and we're talking about it like this?
Yeah, but if Terry Crews is turning to Adam Sandler for help, this whole thing, society has come unglued.
I mean, what the fuck? You're turning to Adam
you thought you were just
Sandler.
coming to Terry? Joke's on you. I got some muscle here with me.
Just do it! Hey, Sandler, I hate to bother you at this Hollywood party while you're wearing sweatpants and a fucking old lady's winter jacket, but can you deal with this for me? All right, boys,
Today, Junior?
He was good.
Adam Sandler expressed shock at Vennett's behavior because Terry Crews said to him in a phone call he can't believe he got molested at the age of 48. He called them, the same agency where Vennett works, Telling them of the alleged assault. A few hours later, Cruz says Vennett called him and apologized, claiming he was just not himself that night. He said he met with the chairman, who apologized for Vennett's behavior. Says he told Emanuel he feared retaliation, but they said did not have that level of power despite his title as head of the motion picture department. Cruz says he suffered psychologically and says he has never felt more emasculated and objectified. I mean, get the fuck over it, dude. I mean, that's really like, come on, dude. Come on. Come on. I mean, this is definitely a staying in the press thing. I mean, what are you tackling here? You're getting rid of a predator? You're getting rid of a predator who aggressively preys on giant black muscly dudes? Good.
Don't worry. This one will probably sort itself out over time.
You know what, Adam Vennett? Keep that motherfucker, Adam Vennett, in the ecosystem, man, because I'll tell you what, I'm not going over and grabbing Terry Cruz's dick. Someone's got to do it.
That guy's an endangered species.
Holy shit. I can't. I've never felt more emasculated and objectified by a guy named fucking, what is it, Vennett? Adam Vennett? Can we see what he looks like, please? Mm-hmm. I mean, holy shit, dude. Of course.
And then Ari Emanuel is the guy that Ari Gold from Entourage was supposed to be based on.
Oh. Oh no, I may have made a big mistake. I seem to have touched the schmeckle of that guy from that Schwarzer from the Old Spice commercials. I'm getting particularly worried that he's going to go to the authorities.
I'm not trying to make light of the other side, but I mean, he's doing exactly what some people might be doing, just getting their name out there over a situation.
I'd say a significant number of the barking we hear out loud is that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, it's just like this
and
thing
it's a shame, and I say that's a shame, and I feel like this is a disclaimer, but it's true. That's a shame because some people really have been fucking tragically victimized.
Yes, exactly. Because it's like, if there's real deal, like, rape or sexual assault on, like, a fucking serious level, I'm down for, like, a group of men to go get that guy and fucking kill him. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if someone did that to, like, one of the women in your life, you go get... But then there's this type of shit where you're like, shut up.
Yeah.
Who the fuck cares? I've had my dick grabbed before, by chicks. But I've had chicks just, like, grab my dick, like, and I didn't know who that chick was. And, like...
Oh my gosh.
There's basically the size difference between me and that chick that there is between Terry Crews and this dude. So, fucking handle it or don't. I know.
I'm sure I've had it much less than you in your life, Dave. Wild dick grabbing.
Well, they were searching for it. They were just having trouble finding it. They were like, where is this thing?
Come on now. There it is. Come on.
There's a lot of thigh grabs.
No, I think, but I'd say I've dealt with, in my career, I mean, hardcore come-ons, aggressive physical come-ons from, you get like an older woman, like a confident, like 50-some-year-old woman who come at you hard and awkward.
Drunk after shows.
Yeah. Drunk. And by the way, grabbing dick and all kinds of shit, like flashing me, which is, by the way, is technically, it's the reverse, like not the right thing to do. It's just, everyone goes, well, that's where a woman would go, I mean, but you're a dude. Really? I flash my tits, a big deal. It's not a big deal.
I agree with them, though. I agree with them. It's like, yeah, you're a dude, and that's a chick, and it's not the same standard. It shouldn't be the same standard. Like, women and men are different. But it's like, okay, so then accept that. And then, but the whole thing that half these people who are in the Me Too moment, they're basically like, well, women and men are exactly the same. And then you're like, well, obviously not. So I'm sorry, I don't fucking feel, I have no feeling for Terry Crews getting his dick grabbed. I don't give a shit, man.
Here's the thing, because, but here's the thing, is because in that situation, the immediate situation of it, where if his dick was grabbed at a party, if he retaliated right then and there, he could explain why that just happened. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He explained, with a woman doing that to you, like, if they came to me now and was like, hey, remember that 50-some-year-old lady started grabbing at your dick at the bar? I'm like, do you want her in trouble right now? I'd be like, absolutely. Listen, no. Like, what? Like, who cares? Now, the reason that is also because I, for one, I will agree, have no physical concerns there at all. It wasn't like she was going to get what she wanted. Yeah. I was like, stop. All right, lady, enough. Like, eventually I win because I'm man. But you have to, you're right, you have to acknowledge like that difference across the board.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like, if you notice, it doesn't it only happens in entertainment and politics. Why isn't this happening in sports? All the athletes that I know are scumbags because no women are trying to get jobs as an NBA head coach or an NFL commissioner.
Sure.
Well, that's the reason why, like, Weinstein or whatever was doing this shit for all these years, and there wasn't, like, a big outrage before. And it's not like the culture just had a dramatic change in the last 3 months. Like, Cosby's been getting in trouble for a couple years now. There's been, people have been outed for a long time, and there wasn't a big outrage about this because those are the chicks who are in this fucking industry. A lot of them sucked his dick to get a fucking role. And I don't know, I don't have that much sympathy for someone. It's not like someone in the fucking Soviet Union who sucked a dick so they could get a loaf of bread for their family. You sucked a dick for fame. Okay, well then you made your choice, man. I don't know.
You know, it's also, I'm weirded out by, you see speaking of sports situations, Fletcher Cox.
Oh yeah.
Defensive lineman for the Eagles.
Oh, he's got a name for it.
Yeah. He has a thing with he had sex with a woman who was married, and the husband is now, like, suing him. Not showing up at a bar and punching him.
That's the manly way to handle it.
Not showing up at a bar and punching him.
You ever fuck my chick, I will sue you.
Or even calling him out publicly. The public calling out is that people are reporting that he's now suing him for money. It's like, oh, it's like, dude.
Oh, he's got to be one of our people, Jay.
You fucking...
That guy was just watching this guy fuck his wife the whole time. He goes, okay, I've got my lawyer on the phone.
Yeah, he's like, you said she didn't want that. You took her and made her do it. She had the wrap of kosher mouth around your big old schmeckle.
You fuck my wife? What are you, Michigana?
I just saw the first line here, and I feel like this is the fourth time I've heard a black guy use this as a come-on line. I want to get you pregnant.
Yeah, man, that's the culture, says five white guys.
Come-on line.
That's Tracy Morgan's catchphrase.
What's going on? Somebody gonna get pregnant.
It is true. That's Tracy Morgan's. I mean, I think that is the joke.
Is that what it is? It's Tracy Morgan?
I'm certain that's where
I got so many kids.
It's born from. Yeah, it's born from that. Like Tracy Morgan. I mean, it's saying that realist.
They don't have a lot of funding for after-school programs. Their only education is Tracy Morgan. So,
yo, I want to put a baby in you. That's what my dad, Tracy Morgan, told me.
Look at that. That's a mating call. That's a mating call.
Let's see this now. Yeah. Oh, is that the guy and the girl? Oh.
Very good-looking couple.
Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. But this guy...
There's no Fletcher Cox.
There's no fucking chance. No. I don't want to say he may be far better looking than Fletcher Cox to you or several people. All I'm saying is this guy shouldn't try to fight Fletcher Cox. I'll tell you that. I don't give a shit if this guy's 6'6". Yeah, you know what? You're right, Goob. Just sue him because that's the only way you're going to get to him. Because you know what? I was going to say go hit him in a bar. Do not go hit Fletcher Cox in a bar. He will eviscerate you with a punch.
Unless you got Sandler close.
Sandler's always standing by. Sandler!
Oh, sorry, I gotta go. I got a friend who's in a little bit of trouble right now.
Why would you even want it out there publicly? That your wife fucked this dude.
Oh, you know what? A little part of him wants to show off how hot his chick is. He goes, yeah, Eagles want to fuck my chick.
Yeah, but is he really showing off where he's like, look, I got this hot chick who fucks NFL players?
But maybe they're in on it together and they're just trying to get some money.
Yeah, conspiracy.
Go fuck a guy and then sue. That's actually not a...
She gets money and some dick.
That's very, very possibly the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also makes me question Christine a little bit that she came up with that so quickly. She goes, this is your classic dick and sue.
I think, and by the way, we should come back with this, and I'd like couples to call in.
Do we have to go to break right now?
In a second.
Do we have a second? Hold up, before we go to break, dude, there's something that, I wanted to, or I don't know what I'm supposed to say exactly, but, for your birthday.
What do we do on your birthday? What do we do on Ariel's birthday, Jay?
What do we do on your birthday, Jay?
Cake?
Yes.
What kind of
kind?
Mrs. Fields cookie cake? Yeah! See how happy?
What do you do for a guy who has everything?
He's in his 30s for another 6 hours.
Nice.
Yeah!
Holy shit! Yeah! Happy birthday, Jay!
Oh.
Hell yeah.
You know, I don't really work on the show anymore, Jacob, so.
I reject
Fuck yeah. Oh, thank you, Jacob. I love you, buddy. We're going to all eat this right now.
It's Jay's favorite type of cake. Cookie.
I got to run, Jay.
It's my favorite kind of cake. Steak. All right, Mark Face.
Take it easy, Andy.
I'll see you later. I'll see you all
We're
later.
going to take a break. When we come back, I want to ask that question. And if anybody, couples are out there who can answer this together, 1-844-COMEDY-9. I'd like to know what's the price. And me and Christine will not discuss this on the break. What is our price, Christine? Think about it. to publicly, to let it be public knowledge that we'd let another guy fuck you.
$500.
Price.
Please tell me how much.
What's the price?
$20.
Asking for a friend. What? Oh,
I'm
yeah.
asking for a friend.
Oh, yeah, and Charlie Sheen, fuck Corey Haim.
Happy birthday, Jay. Thank you so much.
Straight from Willis's mouth.
Love you, Merkface. Chad Zumach's hanging out with us in the studio. Joining me today, co-host Dave Smith. We'll be right back, everyone. It's the Bonfire.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Thanks, Lou. Thanks for the reverb. Slowly grow. Is that it? I thought there was one more Walk on the Ocean.
I thought so too.
Fucking assholes. Maybe that was the remastered version. They threw a little extra chorus on it.
You're turning 40 right in front of us. It's not like after every commercial break, you got to take your reading glasses off.
Now that was music, you son of a bitch. Merkface took off. We're here eating cookie cake. We're all, start it over again. I don't give a shit. It's adult contemporary day. You could just play Toad the Wet Sprocket for the next half hour. It means nothing to me. I'm fine with it. It's the soundtrack of my life now, man. You think if I owned khaki pants, I would have worn them today. I don't have khaki pants, but man, I want them in the worst way now. I get them for some reason. The fifth pocket, I get it.
Oh. Where am I going to keep my thingamajigs?
Dude, not just a button, but a button that goes next to the button with some pants to slap. Maybe a hook.
Maybe double button that thing.
Maybe a hook and a button. Oh my God. Could you imagine? All my pants are hook and buttons.
Pocket for your pen.
Someone says they know. Yeah. Work with the girl who cheated with Fletcher Cox. Oh my God. Hell yeah.
I'm not buying it.
Answer that call, Lou.
We got a call.
Watch this.
Put him through. Patch him through.
What should we call him? Hey, are you there, my friend?
Yeah.
Are you, what should we call you?
I'd rather not say my name.
Yeah, should we call you like Dark Crystal or something? Can we give us something ominous?
What was that Nixon guy?
Dark Crystal?
Deep Throat?
Deep Throat.
Yeah. But really, your friend should be called Deep Throat. Am I right?
We're gonna call you Shallow Ass.
Okay.
You work with the chick? Or you know her?
I used to work with her like a few months ago. I work at a different restaurant now. But we used to work at the same restaurant, but I transferred to a different one.
This is all allegedly, right?
No, he says
allegedly.
Sir, were you also seduced by Fletcher?
Her name is Kat Cuesta. I know her husband too, and I've known her for months, almost a whole year. I worked with this girl.
Is there any chance?
North Carolina area.
Christine, go back to that story, please. Is there any chance? Yeah, what's the names here? I'm looking at
her name is Catherine Cuesta.
Are we allowed to say names?
Well, it says Catherine in this article.
Yeah.
Catherine.
Yeah,
okay.
It says Catherine Jeffords.
All right. So what do you think about hearing this story? Like, were you surprised, or did you know her to be a cheating whore already?
Oh, wow.
Well, the funny thing is, and I don't know if they'll use this in the case, but she met her husband. He was with his other wife when they met.
Of course.
And I don't know if he cheated on her and they were in like separation.
Of course he cheated on her. He's a defensive lineman for the Philadelphia Eagles. It's rain and white trash.
No. He's saying she met her husband here. While he was still with his previous wife.
Yeah, the husband that's suing Fletcher Cox was married when he met Kat.
Dude, if you start a relationship cheating, you're bound to be cheated on. No offense to Jay and Christine. This is how it happens.
I cheat constantly.
But how is that going to hold up in court? I mean, I don't know. I mean, isn't that the same thing he's suing for?
I didn't know you could sue someone for seducing your wife. I thought that was legal.
It's only in 7 states.
And Pennsylvania's one of them?
Oh God, it's not New York.
I think it's in North Carolina. I think it's in North Carolina that they're doing.
Oh, right. When he was down there. Oh, that's right. You think that was the reason they were getting?
Yeah, you don't just get sued in the state you play for, Jay. That's where it happens.
Road, yeah. Yo, I'm gonna get you pregnant, North Carolina lady.
So, Shallow Ass, how long have you known about this information?
Well, I found out about it the other day because of the Good Morning America interview they did with with him. But then, I mean, like, I went up to that old restaurant that we both worked at. She no longer works there. But, like, her best friend works there, and, I mean, let's see. I've known about it for a few days, but...
How do we know for sure that Shallow Ass isn't full of shit? And I know, the question answers itself. I believe you, Shallow Ass. I just wanted to get that punchline out.
I believe it too. And I'm saying, like, she's mega hot, huh?
Did you ever try to hit on her?
Yeah, she is. She used to be, like, some model in Philly, or had, like, an Instagram model, I should say. And the pictures that are online are probably a little bit older, but no, she's still really hot. But
man, Bonfire gets all the exclusives.
100% know her. It's crazy, man.
Did you ever hit on her? You never tried to hit on her ever, huh? I would have totally
hit on her, yeah, but I mean, her husband would come in there all the time. I met him too, but
she seems like a big fake. She seems like a big fake-titted dummy that at work all the time you would be like, you probably wouldn't even show your nipples. You probably don't even have nipples. That's what's weird about you, right? That's probably your one weird thing is you don't even have nipples. And then she'll show them. She goes, "Oh, what are you talking about? They're right here." And you go, "Oh, I mean, that's fine. But I mean, you probably don't have two. You probably just show me the one titty that does have a nipple, right?"
Oh, I've gotten so many tits off the old "prove to me you have nipples" line.
And by the way, maybe I'm being too good of a human being by assuming that's always the girl playing along, that she wants to show me her nipple, so she's going for it. Now I'm starting to think that women are making themselves such victims. I want to end up in court with a girl going like, and then he told me that I probably don't even have any pubes at all, like I can't grow pubes. So like I had to show him because he kept saying in front of all these people that I probably didn't have pubes, and I don't know, I got so worked up I just showed them to him, and I regret my decision so much.
Your Honor, we're gonna have to see those pubes.
Just make her fall for it again. She goes, "Miss, I hate to put you through this one more time, but we're gonna be seeing Exhibit A."
Wait, she moved to Philadelphia to be with Fletcher Cox?
Really?
Well, I do know that she met him in Las Vegas at some conference for this other job that she did. She does promoting for like NASCAR.
It'd be great if it's a conference for big pussy bitches. Big empty pussy bitches.
But her TMZ, I guess, has a record of the text. I don't know if they contacted the husband, but he found out from, I mean, you might know this, I just was listening to the show. Like,
actually, Shallow Ass, you have all the information.
Oh, all of it.
Yeah, he found out because he found a dick pic from Fletcher Cox on her phone.
Oh, that's a great way to find out. You're like, what is this? Just some kind of hairy circles, and then, okay, a tree trunk, a tree trunk, a tree trunk, a tree trunk, a dickhead. Wait a second.
It was a Fletcher Cox.
That wasn't tree trunk. It was a Fletcher Cox the entire time. Oh, man. And by the way, he's so good, it's just awful to, like, be losing your chick to someone who's just crushing the world way harder than you.
Yeah.
Oh, there's just no way. You'd almost like the girl leave you for a completely physical thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm running off with the pool boy. You're like, well, I can't ever possibly compete with that. You know what I mean? But this guy's like rich and just fucking huge cocked, I'm sure. Just volatile.
Well, you should look up the text that TMZ has them. And Fletcher Cox is like ready to have a baby is all I should say.
Ah, dude, that's just reparations right there.
Yo, I ain't pulling that or nothing. I'm gonna bury that shit deep up in there.
He's only suing for $50,000, by the way. He might get it.
That's so funny.
He's suing for alienation of affection.
Dude, if you call he's suing for $50,000. If you call the ref a cunt, it's $112 fine. If you call a referee a cunt.
Your Honor, I'm not asking for much, just an excessive celebration.
Yeah, nothing big, just like a real over the top.
An automatic first down and $50,000.
Delay a game. So she's not with the husband anymore.
No, but and I don't know. I won't. I don't really. No, I'm not going to say that. Just because.
Dude, don't do that to us.
He's like, I'm stepping in, and I'm going to be the father of this baby.
This is not directly, but I heard she is back now, staying at his
allegedly
house, her husband's house. Allegedly, I can't say for sure on that one, but that would seem to put the case in jeopardy a little bit.
Oh, you got this bitch back? Case dismissed.
And she never ended up pregnant, right?
Oh, no, definitely not
Answer
that.
the question. Does the defense's case hold water?
I gotta say, it's weird shit to talk, man. It's really weird shit to talk. But it kind of goes back to what I was saying before the break. $50,000. If somebody came up and offered me $50,000, would I give my blessing or try to convince Christine to go for it, to fuck my chick?
You'd be like, you should get that twice.
50 grand.
I mean, I'd say I'm not a whore, but 50 grand.
It's a good run.
He's asking for $3 million, but I think his attorney at first is just saying 50,000. He's definitely trying to raise it. I don't know where that 50,000. Who's deciding that, but he is definitely asking for more.
Hey, Shallow Ass, do you have any other information on any other NFL players out there we should know about? Anybody in the NFL? Any more?
No,
right.
But...
Shallow Ass, would you be willing to testify in front of a grand jury to all the information you have told us today?
Shallow Ass, you would hold that all these things are true? Oh, look at this girl. She's pretty hot.
She looks like she won't go fucking NFL defensive lineman.
She's so hot, but Fletcher Cox is like a Pro Bowl defensive lineman.
Oh, come on, Jay, stop trying to qualify it.
No,
that guy's a military guy. We're 10-1.
I'm not qualifying. I'm just saying it is funny because it's such an upheaval of her life where he eventually be like, man, I'm bored of this shit. He just go on to the next thing and like she's upheaving her whole life for. But she made this guy upheave his whole life for her. You know what I mean? It's just like a...
You gotta read this paragraph.
Oh, yeah, sure. Right here. There's a light that's flashing right in it. In North Carolina, married people can sue for alienation of affection, which is what Jeffords is doing here. Still, it's a pretty bad look. Sure, he's hoping to get $50,000 out of Cox, which we're all trying to do. Which is worth a shot given the laws in North Carolina, but he's also got to consider the downside of the lawsuit. Now the world knows that a rich fat man, 8 years his junior, stole his wife. That's not exactly something one should be eager to publicize. Well, calling him fat's a weird thing.
A rich fat man is how you describe him? Have you seen him rush the passer?
I mean, to call... I get if you're angry at him, but is this an opinion piece? Like, you know what I mean? Like...
Well, they did just say it's a bad look.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so, yeah. It's a website.
Fletcher Cox is known for penetrating backfields and planting quarterbacks in the grass, but a new lawsuit suggests offensive lines aren't the only thing he likes penetrating.
Oh, shit, it's that girl's puss, is what he's saying.
I get it.
Did anybody not get it?
I get it.
Oh, okay. Penetrating. Yeah.
He's penetrating her put like hike. And then instead of the other four big white dudes,
do you think the first time he put it in, she went offsides?
He jumped, free play.
What childhood?
Oh, you're so right, fell dog. You're so damn right. Thank you so much for the call, Shallow Ass. That is
look up the text transcript.
The text chain. Oh yeah, no, we had those up actually. I'm going to read those now. Thank you, brother. This is great.
Like a good informant, Shallow Ass is telling us where to look next.
He couldn't be coming.
Guys, interview the coach.
Dude, these texts couldn't come off more hilariously black girl trying to scoop up a doofy white chick from the little bits that I saw.
Oh, let me see.
Sorry, I'm trying to make it where they're readable.
Christine's ruined everything. It's fine. No big deal. It's fine. Lou, are we not drinking anymore? What happened to us?
I'm right with you, dog.
Lou is fucked up.
Oh man, Lou goes for it big.
Nope,
I'm fucking right there with you, and who cares a shit?
Lou was fired later that evening.
Are these the
Yeah, these are the texts. Can you read them?
Can you make it a little bigger? Looks like the answer is no.
Fletcher Cox? Huh. Why don't you read?
Oh, here we go. Perfect. Go down though more so I can see. There we go.
Here, start here, go down.
Fletcher Cox. So she's going to be the dark, right?
Yeah.
Okay. She says, you were just saying you weren't ready to settle down, and when we were at the hotel, I'm not going to be a single mom, LOL. Ugh. What a great thing to LOL afterwards. It's like, right? And you said I'm not going to be a single mom. You ain't going to be no damn single mom. That's how Fletcher Cox talks. I'm just telling you how I feel, boo. He says, listen to me. She says, I'm listening. He says, trust me.
She had nothing to say. She goes, listen to me. I'm listening. Oh, shit, I didn't expect that.
And loving everything you have to say. He says, exactly. It really is written like a romance novel. Get to know me or on other levels. Are you scared or some? Hell no, she replies.
She's doing that thing. Oh, I thought, all right, sorry.
Well, let's do. She replies, but I feel like I barely know you. I want to know it all. Your family, your friends, your past, your everything. I really like you.
Oh, he did seduce his wife.
He says, trust me, that's gonna happen, but right now I just gotta get my dick wet. He says, trust me, that's gonna happen. She writes, okay, I'll trust you.
He goes, that's totally gonna happen, but I'm playing the Giants on Sunday. Really gotta focus on that.
He goes, trust me, that's gonna happen. She goes, okay, I'll trust you. He replies, well, let's have a baby.
I mean, we already got that trust thing out of the way. I see nothing left.
I don't know, bitch. We already trusted what's left. Baby. Go back up, higher.
This is like a whole different thread.
Jets won't play.
I was going to say Jets, but I won't play.
You're scared of my Jets.
They start talking football.
So why do you guys run a 4-3 defense? I mean, you know, if you really want to get pressure on the quarterback.
He says he won't play. Okay, so this is clearly like preseason. It's the only time they ever play the Jets. And he was saying he wasn't going to play because it's preseason.
Oh, she fucked him during preseason? Add another 10,000 on that suit.
Yeah, really. He hasn't even helped my fantasy score?
60.
Fuck that. Damn! So, she says, then there's no reasons for me to watch. He wrote back, Baha! Not at all. Not at all, baby.
Can I say something, Jay? If you're going to start a laugh, like I have no problem with ha, I got no problem with ha ha. If you start with ba, you need more than one other ha. It's got to be ba ha ha.
Yeah.
You can't just go ba ha.
Yeah, you can't for sure. Also because
no one laughs like that.
Also because it's really implying like what she texted was so funny. Like you spit out your fucking Kool-Aid, Fletcher Cox. Blah! Oh, sorry, I couldn't even hold that one back. Bah ha ha.
I only watch the games when you play. Bah ha.
She replies, I bartend tomorrow night.
Oh, she's a bartender.
He goes, I want to get you pregnant. What the fuck with this guy? She wrote back, best response ever.
Oh, God.
We'd make some damn beautiful babies. Now, here's the thing. I don't like them calling Fletcher Cox fat. I'm not sure what they're seeing for sure they're going to be damn beautiful babies. Fletcher Cox does look like he's about 50 years old. He looks like fucking, like if Craig Robinson was playing a principal in something. He's definitely not like a young, like, looker. I want to get you pregnant. She goes, we make some damn beautiful babies. He wrote, I'm dead ass serious.
Jesus.
I mean, that is... it's so aggressive. I don't know what girls turned on. It sounds like they fucked once or twice in a hotel. And now she's going like, I want to have a baby with you. And she's going like, I don't know. I mean, we have fun though, right? It's just,
no,
her reaction should really be like, whoa, dude. Like, you're fucking, this is wigging me out.
No, she's like, I want to meet your family and everything. She's in.
Just for the record, Fletcher Cox is 26 years old.
Black Lou, you just asked a ridiculous question. I know you've been drinking.
That's a real
question.
I mean,
come on. What's your question?
Is she white or not?
Is she white?
Yes.
Well, his back was to the screen.
Yeah. It doesn't matter with your back to the screen. Do you hear how this doofus is fucking carrying on? I want to get to know you, babe.
Do you think a black chick writes best response ever?
That's true.
Yeah.
You're right.
I mean,
you're right. Sometimes white girls want to know that you're down, whether you're really down or not. So for him to be like, oh yeah, maybe we should have this baby, like,
dude, this is what's going on here. She's way into the idea of like fucking being with a rich player in the NFL. That's all that's happening here. So she's like, this I want to get you pregnant shit is setting off all her woman bells of like, then I'm with him forever. She doesn't understand black people don't take care of their children.
Idiots. When will these young white girls know that black athletes do not take care of their children 100% of the time?
I mean, you got a nice child support check coming in.
You say that's not always true, Black Lou?
Antonio Cromartie has what, 17 baby mamas?
Takes care of all of them.
To the point where he's broke as hell because his game check goes to all his baby mamas.
Yeah, well, you know what else he does? He jumps for the pick too often and leaves his receiver open.
That's true. 100%.
Sorry, he was on the Jets.
I'm not
How's the emotional support he provides?
Who?
What is that?
17 baby mamas.
Oh, not very much. There's not a lot of emotion.
When he says take cares of all of them, he means, like high fives each one once a month.
He's a stay-at-home dad.
I've never ever thought blowing jizz inside of a girl, forget the pregnancy scare. I never thought it was a better feeling. I'm not that super psyched about coming. I don't know. Maybe it's
it's not a better feeling, you're saying?
Yeah, I don't really care. It's
Do you associate it with getting a girl pregnant?
Maybe.
I get scared.
What it is. Maybe I thought I would think I would just be afraid. Coming in a condom, especially coming in a condom inside a girl, extra boring.
I just hate coming in a condom because then getting that condom off is a goddamn nightmare.
Oh.
You gotta try to peel that thing. You're always like, careful. It's everywhere.
Yeah. I don't know. The condom's tight no matter what. The jizz somehow made it down the top of your dick. Looks like one of those ink blot things. It's just all fucking... You're like, how is my own jizz the base of my dick in this condom? And it's because it just fucking goes everywhere.
The jizz finds a way.
Jizz finds a way. Dave, thanks so much for co-hosting with me today.
Of course.
Chad, thank you
Happy
so much
birthday.
for being here. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Jay.
I'm 40 now, which is pretty adult contemporary. We got drunk on the show today. White Lou, God only knows what's going to happen with him the rest of this night. Black Lou is holding it together.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's totally holding it together.
What a fun show, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
White Lou's going to get arrested tonight. Somehow. Probably I'm going to call the cops on him. Or he's going to offer me $50,000 to fuck Christine while I watch.
Later on. I'll see you later.
He's like, I'll pay you in Jersey IOUs. Dan Soder's not here, but I'll tell you where he will be at the Albany Funny Bone Thursday, December 28th through Saturday, December 30th. Get tickets for that and all Dan shows at dansoder.com. Dave Smith going to be at the Laugh Factory in Chicago with Louis J. Gomez this Friday, December 8th, and at the Philly Comedy Club on December 15th. Both of those shows are Dave Smith and Louis J. Gomez. Get tickets at merchpump.com. That's merchpump.com. Chad Zumock will be touring in Texas December 14th through December 17th. San Antonio, San Marcos, Houston, and Austin. And who else is on that show again? Jim Florentine.
Sam Tripoli and Brody Steven, the Social Justice Warriors.
The Social Justice Warriors. That's an amazing name. For tickets for all those shows, go to ChadZumock.com. That's ChadZumock.com. As always, follow us at The Bonfire, SXL on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. It's been a fun week. Enjoy the Lost Tapes tomorrow. It's a super fun one. And for all of those out there listening who are going to be there on Monday for the live show at the Village Underground, December 11th, our Christmas extravaganza, we'll see you guys then. I'll be 40 by that point. So, easy on my back. Gross.
Happy birthday, Jay.
Happy birthday, Jay. We'll catch you guys next week. Crackle, crackle.